Hi, everyone. This is Brandy from Little Britches. This is seller newsletter number 1. So if you are new to our sale, if you've not sold before, we send out newsletters every week leading up to the sale once you've registered. If you have not registered in time for a newsletter, don't worry, we attach it at the bottom of each newsletter. So you'll see all of them, all the previous ones when you get one. So we just like to try to cover things, just highlighting certain things, catching up with maybe questions that we're getting a lot of, little tips, tricks, things like that. So these hopefully will help you feel more prepared for the sale. We also started doing the videos for them a few years ago. People found that sometimes these are nice to, if reading, especially I think these days, a lot of us are really tired of, we need things in a different option sometimes. So hopefully a video option will be a little bit more digestible for you. So you can kind of choose. Okay, so first off, thank you so much for selling in this upcoming sale. We know that it's weird with being online, and so we appreciate you taking that on. We hope it'll still be fantastic. We're really excited about it. Yeah, so thanks for choosing to sell with us. Make sure that you are in our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group for registered consigners only, so it's not everybody. It's just people who sell in the sale, and then maybe some people who've sold in previous sales. It's a great place to go for tips. If you come up with any tips, it's a great place to share those. Please request to join that. The link is in the email. And so you can only join once you're registered to sell in the sale. Okay, so a couple of things to go through in the newsletter. Please make sure that you're taking the time to understand all the requirements for the sale, especially this time with things changing for online. Make sure that you understand you are responsible for knowing all of the information on the website. So please make sure that you read through all of that. I've tried to put everything that's a change for the online thing in bold so that you will see those for sure. Absolutely, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Especially with this being new to kind of all of us, knowing what your questions are, knowing what things you maybe didn't explain very clearly is very helpful to us. So please don't hesitate to ask questions if you have a question. There are no stupid questions, especially with something brand new like this. So remember, this is a fall-winter sale. So people are going to be looking for things like coats and jeans, snow boots, snow pants, things like that. You need to leave at home swimsuits, tank tops, summery dresses, t-shirts that have summery prints on them. T-shirts in general are fine. Dresses in general are fine, but just, if it's clearly summer themed, or really, like a light summery dress, not a good choice for the sale. If you entered a spring summer item for the sale that was supposed to happen in the spring and that got canceled, you are allowed to bring those. So only items that were entered for spring 2020, you are kind of grandfathered in for this sale. So you're still welcome to bring those items. Be aware they may not, like we said then, they may not sell as well at this sale, but you are absolutely welcome to enter them into the sale, as I know you already went to the work to prepare them. New sellers especially, make sure that you are that you understand all the information. Start at new seller, start here, and then click through the arrows at the bottom, and that's going to tell you everything for that you need to know about how the sale works. All right, so tags. Tags are going to serve a slightly different purpose for the sale, but they are just as, if not more important. Be very careful that you are tagging each item with the correct tag, because that's going to correlate with what the picture is on the website. So make sure that those are attaching, that when you attach that tag, that it's the correct item. Pay attention to what picture you took and what item that is. Let's see. And you do need, every item that comes to the sale does need to be tagged. That's super, super important. I've had some questions about that. Even though you are taking pictures, those pictures are for use on the website. It's not going to be something that's easily accessible to our volunteers when they are sorting. They're going to need to be able to look at the report, looking for an item number and consignor number, and pull that item. So make sure that you are taking care to do that. Tags, our preference is still that they're printed on cardstock, especially if you are attaching them with a safety pin to items. because if they get separated, it's going to be a nightmare. So please use cardstock, unless if you're taping them onto an item, you can of course get by with regular printer paper. That's fine. Let's see, if you entered an item for any previous sale, you do not need to re-enter the item, even with the online platform. It's going to be a little extra step than usual, but you can just go through and you're going to go to your inactive items, and then you're going to mark the items you want to activate and go ahead and activate them. Then you're going to need to go through for the online sale and, edit each of those items to attach a picture and then to mark it ready for the online sale. And that's really important because it will not transfer to the online sale without that box marked. So make sure that you're doing that. Okay, so quality policy is a little bit different and more strict this time because of the nature of an online sale. Our buyers are not able to inspect items themselves that they are purchasing. And so it is going to be extra important that the items put in the sale are only your top quality items. No stains, rips, excessive fading, anything that makes it not a gently used, quality used item. So be very, very careful. I highly recommend doing your sorting and tagging in natural light as much as possible because it tends to show staining and things better. Sometimes fluorescent things can kind of hide things like that. I think if you're a previous seller, a lot of us have had the experience of getting an item to the armory and going to hang it up and discovering it's got a stain on it. For some reason, that armory lighting exposes everything. So, be very careful. Even if possible, look at your items in a few different types of light just to make sure you're not missing anything. So the quality policy itself is not changed. We still have the same expectations. Shoes need to be very good condition. Beat up, super worn shoes just don't sell. Like I said, no rip, stains, tears, anything like that in clothing. Electronics, they all need to be functional. They need to work and have all of the pieces, things like that. So for this online sale, we normally do not accept refunds of any kind for our regular sale. For this sale, because it's online, we are scaling that back a tad, and that is that if items are misrepresented in any way, meaning they don't meet our quality policy, or if the picture did not accurately represent it, or if you had it sized wrong, anything like that, if the description doesn't match what the item was, we will accept returns for that. So if we have to refund an item, you will not be getting paid for that item. And you will also get a 20% deduction penalty. So what that means is that if you sell an item for $10, and it's got a stain on it, you will not get the profit for that $10, plus you will get charged $2. I can tell you, I really don't want to do any of these. So please don't make it something I have to do, and make sure you just bring your good quality items. We do know mistakes happen. So 1 per 100 items that you enter, if they do, need to be refunded, you will still not get the profit from that item, but you won't be charged the penalty. So we understand that mistakes happen. We don't want you feeling panicky about it or anything, but we just need to really, really make sure that people understand how important it is that they are only bringing their top quality items, especially for a sale of this sort. And then, of course, like I said on the website, if it becomes apparent that you were purposefully misrepresenting items, if you were hiding things, or if you have an excessive number of items, we do reserve the right to bar from future sales. Again, I don't want to do that. So let's just make it not a thing that has to happen. Let's see, an additional online sale tip. So I go over this in the website. As you're sorting and tagging and entering your items and everything, something to be thinking about is the way that this is going to work. So if you are not donating all your unsold items, if you're donating all your unsold items, you're going to be bringing us everything. We would love for it to be roughly sorted because it'll make our job easier. But if you are bringing us only your sold items after the online sale, how that's going to work is we're going to send you a report. You can see an example of that report on the website. And it is going to ask you to look for item number. And there is that can be easily found on the tag. There's a example of a tag on the website. If you can't find that, let me know, but it points out where the item number is on that tag. But anyway, so you're going to get a report that shows you all of your sold items. So it would be to your benefit to sort your items by item number, which should be pretty easy because the items are numbered in order of what you enter them in, whatever you get, whatever you enter them into the system as. So as long as you're putting things in right after you tag them, you should be good. But just a little heads up, that'll save you some time on the back end, helping you find your items easily. Might not be a bad idea to label boxes. So once you've filled up a box with, say, 20 items, mark item number 1 through 20 or whatever. Okay, I think that's it for this newsletter. There's, of course, a lot more information about selling, but we like to just give you little chunks each week. Of course, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to shoot us a message or shoot us an email or text or whatever. I'm happy to help. I want this to be a positive experience for you. And so if we can answer any questions or, do anything to make this process smoother, please let us know. If not, I think that's it, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.